Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to download additional planes into Realflight 9.5 for free, as well as more fields you can fly at. And then we're going to jump into adjusting the physics within Realflight, so that way it can help you learn some of those more high-speed maneuvers a little bit easier by slowing things down. That's really going to help you if you're trying to learn rolling Harriers or rifle rolls. And so I think it's really important to know how to tweak some of those features in Realflight. We will jump right into it and start talking about how to download some new planes. You're going to go to forums.realflight.com. And just a quick note, Realflight was owned and developed by Knife Edge Software, but within the last year or two, they sold to Horizon Hobby. So the website that you used to be able to download all this stuff was knifeedgeforums.com, but it has migrated over to Realflight Forums. So once you're here, you will need to create a user account, which is free to do. And once you've got that created and logged in, go to swap pages. Now this is where you will find all of the downloads for Realflight. Now on the left here, you can see they're broken down into version. I don't know if you have an older version of Realflight, if it'll run the newer ones, except for planes developed in Realflight Evolution, I know will work in Realflight 9.5 because I've done it. But I also am aware that everything's backwards compatible, so everything developed in the earlier versions will work in the newer ones. So we will go ahead and open up Realflight 9.5, and you can see that your downloads consist of airports, aircraft, or recordings. And those are further broken down by airplanes, drones, helicopters, and the airports are photo fields and other airports. We'll get to that in just a second. So we'll go ahead and open up airplanes. And you see here there are three options: airplane color scheme, airplane models, and airplane variants. That's important to know the difference, because if you download a variant and you don't have the base model, then it's not going to work. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here in just a second. So we will open up airplane variants and pick something that looks interesting. I've downloaded most of these already, so we'll scroll down here, find something cool. Let's see here. Let's try the Ultimate. So this requires, as a base plane, the Ultimate biplane from Realflight 9. So I do have the Ultimate biplane in there because I have Realflight 9. We're going to choose a different one that's based on a custom user uploaded plane. So we'll try the OMP Hobby 106-inch Edge 540. So this is also based off of a plane from Realflight. Here we go, the Mamba from Flex Innovations. So we will download that. Now, if we were to upload just that file, it wouldn't work because we don't have the base plane. And it will break it out here and say this variant requires, and you click on that, and it'll bring it to you, or bring you to it. I'm having trouble speaking tonight. So you go ahead and download the base plane, and you can also see what other variants have been created based on that plane. There's also color schemes as well. And then if people have uploaded recordings of their flights, you can download them here as well. So now that we got a plane downloaded, we will go ahead and download a new airport. And so with the airports, they can either be 3D models that people have created, or they can be photo fields that they've just gone out and taken pictures. Either one will work. So we'll find one that looks cool. And you can also sort. Just want to mention this. If you want to find, what's kind of a popular model or field, you can go in here and click downloads and filter. And so it'll show you what the more popular fields are. So we'll go ahead and download the most popular one right here. And now we've got that saved, and we can jump into Realflight and get these imported. So once you are in Realflight, to import your models or airports, you just go to Simulation, Import, and Realflight Archive. And one more time, just so you've got that covered, it's upper left, Simulation, Import, Realflight Archive. And you'll see right here in the downloads folder, it has them listed out. I've already downloaded a bunch today, but you can click the first one, and then the other model, or the first model that we downloaded was the Mamba. So we'll hold shift and click that, select them, and import. And once it's imported, down here in the left hand corner, it'll tell you if it's successfully imported. And now we will access them. To access the planes, you go to Aircraft, select Aircraft. And usually if you've not downloaded any custom aircraft, it'll probably be open to something like this in the Realflight. You just scroll to the top, collapse that, open up custom aircraft. And as you can see, I've got quite a few in here. And since we downloaded the Mamba, we will click that. Wait for it to load. And there we go. And this one was also based on the QQ Python. So we can click that. It's got both models in there. But we will try out the Mamba. Alright, and as you can see, the Mamba loaded up. We'll fly it real quick, see how it does. And now you can go download all sorts of planes into Realflight. There's a lot of user-created planes in there based on real aircraft. If you are into the 3D and extreme aerobatics, there's a lot of Skywing and Extreme Flight and Pilot RC planes in there. So it just really expands the possibilities for Realflight and the planes that you can use. So we'll go ahead and land this. And now I'll show you how to access the airport that you downloaded. And so you just go to Environment. It's a lot like selecting the custom planes that you download. Just go to Select Airport. And again, it's Custom Airports at the top here. Photo Fields. And Firebirds is the one that we downloaded. So we will load that. And as you can see, we've got a new field loaded up that we can fly in. And if you have a 360-degree camera, you can go out to your own flying field and take some pictures and load them up into Realflight and fly at your own club field, or go take a picture of your backyard. You can do that too. One thing that I like is there's a lot of indoor fields that you can download. So for some of the small foamies, it's nice to get some practice flying in a more confined space. But we will go ahead and switch back to the flight school. And I'll show you how to tweak the physics. So you go to Simulation, click Physics, and go to Custom, and you're just going to tweak the physics speed. So we'll drop it down to 25% and come back into Realflight, and it's ready to go. And as expected, it's moving extremely slow. And this is nice. Let's say you're trying to learn rifle rolls. It gives you a little bit more time to learn the movements. I'm not very good at rifle rolls, but I've gotten to where I am with it because of this. So right now I'm just using the elevator. I'm not good enough to use the rudder with it. But as you start getting that muscle memory built, you can go in and increase the physics speed a little bit more. And then once you get to 100% and feel comfortable with it, you can take that out to the flying field. So anyhow, that just shows what you can do with tweaking the physics speed. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back up and show you what else you can change in here. The flight model, you can make it realistic or easier. You can put autopilot on, but I generally just mess with the physics speed. So that's it for this video, but hopefully you learned how to import new models into Realflight for free, as well as airports, and how to adjust the physics so you can learn some of those high-speed maneuvers a little bit easier. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and see you next time.